Can we stop like normalizing people being late? Like it's not cute, it's not funny, it's not a
When y'all are ready to learn about the connections between this, and the white American cultural norm with obsessing over being on time, please let me know. Please. Because as someone who is Black, queer, has ADHD, and studies African American history and culture, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's going to be so much fun. But until then, we could just keep acting like that's a completely harmless opinion that has no historical context whatsoever.
Yes, welcome back. These people are creating a whole community of people that are obsessed with racism. For some time, I realized TikTok is doing more harm to the society than good, and people are not realizing this.
I have my first day as a sub today, and there are many things I would like to talk about, but today I would like to talk about how I am the political unrest that Cedar City needs. So besides the fact that I dyed my hair purple last night and I have 2 visible tattoos, I wrote my pronouns as she, any.
And people are not realizing this. Recently, the idea that people should be on time to things is rooted in white supremacy, sexism, and homophobia. Totally insane. When I came across this clip, going through the comment sections, I realized a lot of people were educating her. She actually need to read through the comment section to understand how people feel toward this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that, and if possible, why not share this video?
First, I want to say that anybody can have no pronouns. Whether you're agender, non-binary, or just no pronouns align with you, you can use no pronouns. Now, what that actually means. This means instead of using any pronouns to describe this person, you would be using their full name. I'll use myself for an example. Knowing my pronouns are they, them, you would say, oh, they went to the store and then they recorded some TikToks. But if I were to use no pronouns, I would say, oh, Rachel went to the store and then Rachel recorded some TikToks. Some folks who use no pronouns will also sort of abbreviate their name to create their own pronoun. I'll provide an example. For myself, perhaps I decide that I want my pronoun to be Ray because Rachel is too long for me to say sometimes. Then I would say, Ray went to the store and then Ray recorded some TikToks. That way I'm still not using any pronouns that exist or any gendered pronouns. Instead, I'm almost using my own nickname as a pronoun. Does that make sense?
This is the teacher. Teacher laugh about bringing political unrest in her school by putting pronouns, showing up with purple hair and mocking the Bible. So you will understand what is going on. We have a society of mentally ill people, and people seem not to see this. Somebody told me they are doing this to trend, but I said no. Though I concluded on one of my clips that it is actually rooted to the idea of trending on social media, making people to talk, spreading their message. Calling out some of these work videos at times is extremely difficult. I'm speechless on most of the videos. Take a look at this video you just watched. And she's extremely excited to do this video. The first place to post is TikTok. When this app wasn't there, things like this were not happening. I don't know if they were posting on Facebook or Twitter. I don't know because I was not seeing this.
The school district nightmare. I go to enroll my child, and my kiddo is standing right there. I hand them the birth certificate, and I say, see right here, this is his sex. He is a boy. He goes by he, him. I had no issues at his past school, and I don't expect to have any issues here. And I swear it was like Karen, the transphobic secretary, was just waiting on us that day. She said she wouldn't put my child in the school system as his name because it has to match a birth certificate. But again, had no issues at the last school. I told her I absolutely would not enroll my child as a female. And she said, you will and you are. She enrolled my child as a female, then sent mail to my house with my child's dead name on it. At this point, my child is supposed to start school on Monday, and is enrolled in the system as a female. Every single teacher in the school knew about my child, and the students were told a little girl was coming to class. This is a visual representation of my mood. Like and follow for part 3.
PSA to all educators, especially elementary school educators, do us all a favor, society a favor, and stop breaking your kids up into boys groups and girls groups. Please stop doing it, especially at elementary level. For academics, for athletics, for all things, stop breaking them up into boys and girls groups. First of all, boys and girls are basically growing at the same level throughout infancy, throughout toddlerhood, and throughout elementary school. It's not until upper elementary where girls actually take off and grow quicker and stronger than boys that later catch up in high school. So this idea that they can't work together, they can't play together, it's not safe, it's wrong. It's not the correct idea. And it creates this idea that boys and girls are inherently different, which is something we're trying to stop in our society. So do us all a favor. Break your kids up into levels. Break your kids up into hair color for all I care. But please, please, please stop breaking your kids up into boys and girls groups.
If BIPOC stand in the street and scream at the top of their lungs, "I hate all white people," that's still not racism. And I don't know why people don't get that, why white people are not comprehending that. That's discrimination. It's an action that's bred out of a prejudice, for sure. Justified, arguably. But screaming white people doesn't change my socioeconomic status. It doesn't change the fact that the criminal justice system was built to serve me and people who look like me. It doesn't change the fact that my skin color won't get me brutalized by the police. It doesn't change the fact that the entire country was built to cater to people who look like me. Screaming "I hate white people" at me doesn't change the fact that I am dripping with white privilege. As long as I hold the power dynamic, I cannot be subject to racism. Hurt white feelings does not equal racism. This is not a conversation.
My friend, I know that you mean well, but I need to let you know that this is not true. First things first, paganism is not one religion, and pagans have many varied beliefs. Now, I'm something of a pagan myself, and I can personally assure you that fey pronouns are not offensive to me. And if they're offensive to you, it doesn't really matter to me because they remain my pronouns. And now for the part of the program where I issue corrections. Because this is very interesting. I don't know why you chose
Insanity. I decided to compile these 5 videos so you can see they always have the same message. They are always like they are in the same house, always struggling, to look relevant. If you are important, people will see you and recognize who you are. You will always not struggle every single day to create problems, to seek for notice.